If you're the type of tourist, you're not into like, you know, fake handbags and you're not into, you know, fake Rolexes, it might get old really, really fast.
Another day, another adventure with your homeboy Jermaine, and getting this vlog started off. I am in Bangkok. I'm looking for some super weird, unusual Asian fruit so I can go back and make a video talking about it, because I really haven't made a video in like 2 days or so, because I've just kind of been thrown off my game from the whole Malaysia trip. And right now it's rush hour in Bangkok. Check this out. It's just crazy out here. I don't know how this works, but it works. There's some fruit right there. But I actually want some, I think you guys know what that fruit is. I want to look for some more unusual fruit to show you guys. And it is crazy busy. It's rush hour. Want some coconut water? Jamming out, man. Yep, just another day in Bangkok. And yeah, that's how I'm getting this video started. And look at that, they got it just bagged up, ready to eat, ready to go. Okay, along this little strip, you can find all sorts of random things that they're selling. Like, what is that? Need some sunglasses? Should probably get some of those before I go back to the States, because they're actually really, really cheap. How about some wallets, elephant pants? Earlier today, I saw a guy selling water hoses on the side of the street. I saw a guy selling sandbags for whatever reason. If you need sandbags, you can buy those off the side of the street. All sorts of random stuff. Like, check out all this. It's just like women's clothes on the side of the street. Whatever you need, you can just get it right here. Some Calvin Klein's. It's amazing the shopping you can find here in Thailand and in Bangkok. It's really amazing. Thailand and Malaysia, I would say, are some of the best places to shop. How about some action figures? I don't know what these things are. I see a lot of people selling them. I think the lottery tickets or something? Or how about a belt? I understand some people just love Hooters, so there's a Hooters over there if you just gotta go to a Hooters. Need some shoes? Wow. I remember seeing this guy a couple years ago. He's still here hustling, man. People just don't stop. You gotta find your thing and stick with it, you know? Yo, check out this mobile watch repair. That's like a motorcycle. He's got all the tools. That is literally a motorcycle. How creative is that? I just don't get it. How is no one crashing? Like, I haven't seen a crash this whole trip. These are some of the best motorcycle riders in the world, I would say. I mean, look at this. So many motorbikes. It's definitely faster on a motorbike than a car, for sure. I mean, what do you guys think? So this is how women with dresses ride motorcycles. They just get on sideways. So unsafe, or is it?
I was looking for some fruit earlier and it was a complete fail, but anyway, I want to talk about some of the scams, or I don't know if this is exactly a scam, but just a couple things that you may want to watch out for in Bangkok. So earlier I was out and I was walking on the street. This tuk-tuk driver pulled up. He's like, hey, tour 1 hour, 10 baht. Now 10 baht is not a lot of money. 10 baht is like 33 cents. So if it sounds too good to be true, maybe it is. Basically, the type of tour that this is they take you to certain places around Bangkok. These places are not far away, but basically they'll take you to like a suit store. And before you get there, they'll tell you, hey, if you go inside and look and stay for 10 minutes, I'll get a commission. Or they may say, I'll get liters of gas, so that way they won't have to buy gas for the tuk-tuk. And it doesn't sound that bad. But this is like super boring, and you just don't want to do this. So basically, the first place we went to was like a suit store. I stayed in for like 5 minutes. I have all these people trying to sell me suits. I don't want a suit. Now, some of these suits are really nice. These are custom-made suits. You walk in and there's like fabric. You pick from the fabric, and it's not bad. If you need a suit, if you are that type of professional individual that you wear suits every day, this is not a bad place to pick up a suit from. I actually saw a couple people buying suits, but they were not backpackers. Like, backpackers don't typically buy suits in Thailand. And then the second place he took me was like another suit store, and then another suit store, and then it was like a souvenir store that I went to. Now, when I went to this souvenir store, I thought that if I just go in and buy something, it would be all cool because, you know, maybe he would get a commission. So I went in, bought something. I was in there for 3 minutes because it was just a bunch of like souvenirs, basically the same stuff that you see people selling on the streets all the time. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm just gonna buy this and go back out. So I literally bought something, went back out, and the guy was like, oh, disappointed because I didn't stay for 10 minutes. Since I didn't stay for 10 minutes, he didn't get a commission. I totally get it. This is how they make money. Then he took me to this other place, and this other place, they sold like knockoff like everything, like knockoff handbags and watches, and I was like, oh, okay, no, I don't want to buy anything, but I stayed there for 10 minutes just looking around. Then we went to this other place, and you walk in and it looked as if they sold suits and shoes, but actually that place was kind of like a front. This guy walked up to this sheet, and he pulled this sheet back. It kind of looked like a shower curtain. He pulled the shower curtain back. He knocked on this door. He said 2374. He said some weird numbers like that, and knocked on the door. When he knocked on the door, this, you know, someone from behind the door opened the door, and it was an Asian lady back there, and she was like looking around. She's like, come in. So I walked in, and when I walked in, there was like handbags everywhere, and she's like, come upstairs. And I go upstairs. There's all these like people upstairs. Well, not a lot of people. Maybe there's 4 people upstairs. They looked incredibly bored. Everybody's like on a phone, look like they're watching like videos or something. And I'm just walking around looking at all this stuff. There is so much fake stuff there, and it all looks really good. Like, I'm walking around picking up the wallets, and I'm just looking at the stitching. And a lot of the fake wallets, like, you can tell by the stitching, it's like really, really bad stitching. But this one place had really, really good stitching on the wallets. But you can still tell it was fake if you look like really closely, because the stitching was just not perfect. If you ever go to a Gucci store or a Louis Vuitton store, just look at the stitching in the real store, and you can easily tell that the stitching is perfect in the stores. And at all these fake stores and all these fake shops, the stitching was just not perfect at all. After walking around there 10 minutes, so like I'll leave, and it's kind of weird when you go to a place and like they move a curtain and they knock on the door and they say a secret code, and then people look all paranoid. You know, it's just not the funnest thing to do. So after, you know, him taking me to 6 different locations, I was just like, look, I'm over this. Like I literally just paid the guy the 10 baht, because he probably made like, I don't know, maybe 200 baht off of me already. I just paid him because I was really, really hungry. Okay, I was just incredibly hungry. I wanted to go to this like vegan place that I saw on like the Holy Cow app, and he took me to this other Thai place, and I was looking at the menu, and just fried rice, just vegetable fried rice, was 300 baht. 300 baht is roughly $9. That's like expensive for Thailand. Like, it is, because you can get vegetable fried rice for about 50 baht on the street. You can get vegetable fried rice for 100 baht on the street. You can even go to restaurants and get vegetable fried rice for like 200 baht. Like, that would be considered expensive for, you know, vegetable fried rice, Thai fried rice in Bangkok. Like, that would be expensive. But then to see 300 baht, the first thing I was thinking about, he's probably going to get a commission off of this, and I really don't want to eat fried rice right now. I'm really craving something else. So I basically just paid the guy and just split, because I was like, look, dude, I just don't want to deal with this anymore. Like, this is just too much. And then after that, later in the day, I saw another tuk-tuk driver, and he's like, you want to go to the floating markets? You want to go to the floating markets? And I was thinking, great. Like, yeah, great. I was thinking that he would just drive me to the floating markets, and I could just, you know, like walk by the floating markets and like, you know, take a couple photos and shoot a couple videos. But no, it wasn't like that. The floating markets that this guy took me to was basically one of those tricks. Like, okay, first off, the guy was like, okay, 10 baht. And I was like, okay, 10 baht, you're just gonna take me to the floating markets. I was thinking the floating markets was super close. He was trying to take me to suit stores, okay? He was literally trying to take me to the same exact suit stores that the guy was taking me to earlier, okay? So, since it was only 10 baht, I reached in my pocket and I gave him 150 baht. And I'm like, look, I don't want to go to any suit stores. I don't want to go to any Thai restaurants. I don't want to go to any fake stores. I just want to go to the floating market. So I straight up just paid this guy just to take me to the floating markets, and he did. Yet that floating market that he took me to was a type of floating market where he would get a commission and he was going to wait for me to return. This floating market would take about an hour, and once I arrived, I talked to this lady at the floating market and I was like, oh, so how much is the floating market? Because this is not a floating market like you just pull up to the floating market and it's just a floating market. No, we just pulled up to this river and there's like this big boat. There's a handful of tourists waiting around, and she pulls out a calculator and she types in 1,500 baht. And I immediately say, no, because I get it. He's going to make a commission off of this, and that's why he's waiting, because he's waiting for me to come back after I finish the tour. No, this is not the type of floating market that I thought I would sign up for. Because I did see floating markets at other places. I did see tours for other floating markets for about 500 baht, but yet this floating market tour was like 1,500 baht, which is like, what, like almost $45 or $50 or something like that. I'm like, no. And as I was walking away, she was like, how much you want to pay? How much you want to pay? How much you want to pay? 1,000 baht? And I was like, no. And 800 baht? I was like, no. I was just over it, because I'm like, yo, this is just another like hookup. Like, this is another like thing for this other guy to make money. After I was like, no, I don't want to do the floating market, I walked right past the guy on the tuk-tuk and he's like, you don't want to do the floating market? And I was like, no. He's like, oh, come on, I'll take you to another place. And at this point I figured it out, like, okay, it's probably going to be the same thing over again. So I just told him, no, I'll just walk. And that, I mean, it's not really a scam, but it's like they take you to certain places, and these places can be much more expensive than if you would just walk around and just go find a tour on your own. Because I did see a floating market tour for like 400 baht, and also when I did go to that location, I did buy a souvenir. I bought these elephant pants here. These elephant pants were I think 200 baht. Now, if you're walking down the street, most of the places you can get elephant pants for 100 baht. Okay, you can get them literally half price. So I did pay more for the elephant pants there. I'm pretty sure he got a commission off of the pants. I mean, I get it. People in Thailand, maybe they don't make a lot of money, but also at the same time, I don't want to just be fished around, and I don't want to be treated like bait when I'm like as a tourist. And maybe you guys don't want to be treated that way too. So that's why I thought I would, just make a little clip and just talk about some of the, things you might want to watch out for. The tuk-tuk drivers, if they offer you a tour for an hour for 10 baht, chances are they're going to take you to suit stores, and they're going to take you to stores where you can get like fake watches and stuff like that. And maybe people like that, because I did see a lot of Chinese tourists going crazy at some of those little fake stores. Like, they were buying Chanel bags left and right. They were buying Rolexes left and right. But if you're the type of tourist, you're not into like, fake handbags, and you're not into, fake Rolexes, it might get old really fast. But just thought I would throw that out there. Thought I would, just make a little clip about that, because I really didn't vlog that much today. Like, today was just one of those days. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Peace out.